First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a first carry here for Robinson. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20. On play action, Young. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
But we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. That'll net 7 yards on the ground, but it'll leave him with a healthy distance still to go on third down. From the shotgun, it's Young. That one downfield for Dotson. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it. Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a first and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 45-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Montez Sweat with a tackle. From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 9. Prescott now. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a third and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. From the red zone now, Prescott. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's second and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sand. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Gibson on the read option. Taking it right down Broadway. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
This didn't go under any normal circumstance. When you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround, the first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. But Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the turkey bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. They only lost the Packers on 1962. They sacked Bob Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
A first down throw for Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. But he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They'll run with Pollard. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Pollard one more time. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Prescott to throw on fourth. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. Running free at the 45. Off to the races. Moving inside the 20. Touchdown, Washington. His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 7 overall. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So their backs were against the wall, deep back in their own territory, and they run it all the way down into the end zone.
That takes a lot of coordination for an offensive team, doesn't it? Because, let's face it, it's really not a surprise that they're going to run the ball in that situation. Backed up that close to their own end zone, usually do call running plays, trying to be safe. Instead, it turns into an electrical run, a bolt for your team, and off he goes to the races.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. He's going to find Gallup here complete. You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2000.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And Young's throw there incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Robinson up the middle. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Brian Robinson Jr. with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders are able to add on to that lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Fights forward at the 20. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4.
Oh, Prescott stripped. Oh, and one of the linebackers has got it. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. So the coach putting the blitz on, and remember, that coach, former defender in this league, he loves this.
Yeah, they love to see it happen because I think they just have that flashback about when they were playing, right? That's what we were taught, that's what we did, and they've used that same impact with their own teams and do the same type of teaching.
Robinson is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. York able to send this one through, and the route is on. It's 24-0. So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
That's caught once again by Gallup. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Now Dak, he's going to mix it up.
46.
To the air again, Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now an audible here into something else. To throw is Prescott. Touchdown. Jake Ferguson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Now, the scoreboard still does not look good, but at least they polished off that goose egg.
Yeah, they've been thoroughly outplayed in the first half. Finally, a little spark of life, but it's going to take a lot more to add to that flame for them to thoroughly get back into this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make it 24-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And they can't bring him down. Running room at the 50. Look out. He might score. He will score. Touchdown, Commanders.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. York now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
This makes the score Commanders 31, Cowboys 7.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Now Prescott. That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Hey, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Cowboys 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 36.
And the Cowboys 1st down.
Now Prescott. Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
It's now 2nd and 19.
Here's Prescott.
45-yard line.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go, 47. 46.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Here we go. 47. 26.
Prescott to throw it. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson as the first half is winding down. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
The kick is
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead's down to 24.
Cowboys 14.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. That one downfield for Dotson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
For a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing, Prescott. He's got his man, it's Gallup. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
That's another Cowboys first down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll throw again. Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught at the 7-yard line. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding them.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Third and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Prescott now. And he's got it. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a fourth and goal. Oh, they're changing this at the line. Fourth down, Prescott. Flushed out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Brandon Cooks. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. It's Young off play action. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, this certainly feels like complimentary football to me, partner, because the momentum from the team's touchdown drive looks like it's made its way over to the defense. They're working together in tandem now. Offense gets in the end zone. Defense with a big sack on the first play of the following drive.
122 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So here's a 3rd and 14. To throw, Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Young now. This is brought in by Gibson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Let's go now.
First down, Commanders.
Young now from the 50. A short one there, caught by Granson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line.
First down, Washington.
Back to the ground with Robinson. And fighting down inside the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Young on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
A 48-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through, and that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because
They're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Emmanuel Forbes. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr., his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. But, Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances in the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
Extra point by York is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Green Jack.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Yetur Gross-Matos getting in there to make the play.
But when this game is done, the credit will go to the consistent pressure on the quarterback as a huge cause of this win. Most teams are happy if they get a few of these games per year. You know they're going to watch this tape over and over, try to identify what's working and keep it going.
Evades the tackler and now some space. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 3rd and 19, no problem as they're able to convert. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Ready.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Drill green. Ready.
Lance going to try and throw on third down here. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ready.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. Jet. Set, go.
And they will take a knee here. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Hut.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his left. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Ready.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Sold out there at the end with a dive to pick up the first.
Were you as surprised as I am that they actually ran the ball there?
Yeah, I thought they might throw it.
Me too, but instead they went old-fashioned, ran the football, and he made that call correct with that dive at the end.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Pollard. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. One final try now for Lance. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Now the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.